Russia is signaling a potentially explosive new phase of the Ukraine war, with Akhmat commander Apti Alaudinov putting Sloviansk and Kramatorsk firmly in focus. Alaudinov said, "Russian forces face a very difficult task to capture the heavily fortified cities, claiming preparations are already underway for what could become fierce urban fighting."
We have a very difficult task ahead of us to liberate the most fortified cities, which in fact have been fortified throughout all this time. These are Sloviansk, Kramatorsk, and I think that this work is already entering such a phase when hot battles will begin on the territory of these cities, because the preliminary preparation is already underway.
Alaudinov said the operation is entering a phase when hot battles could begin inside the two cities. His remarks point to the possibility of intense urban combat in major Ukrainian strongholds in Donetsk. However, his claims about preparations and impending fighting have not been independently verified. But Alaudinov's warning goes beyond the two cities. He said Russia needs to establish a buffer zone extending deep into Ukrainian territory, describing the effort as a continuation of the war and an ongoing advance into territory held by Ukraine.
Creating a buffer zone is a very difficult task. In fact, it is a continuation of the same war on the territory of our enemy, with daily, as they say, advance into its territory. This, of course, is not an easy task, but still, in fact, it is slowly, as they say, planned. This task is being carried out. Of course, in the future, we will definitely need, as they say, this buffer zone, and of course, we will have to, as they say, make a very large volume in order for this zone to become as deep as possible into the territory of Ukraine itself.
According to Alaudinov, the buffer zone would ultimately need to reach as deep as possible into Ukraine. He said the difficult process was already being carried out gradually, suggesting Moscow's stated objective extends well beyond a narrow defensive belt along the border. On the front line, Russia's defense ministry says its forces continue striking Ukrainian military-linked port infrastructure and vessels. According to the Russian Ministry of Defense, air-launched precision weapons and attack drones hit Pol fuel tanks and port facilities used to unload and store military cargo in Chornomorsk. The ministry also claimed a dry cargo ship carrying military materiel and equipped with electronic warfare systems, along with a fuel tanker supplying Ukrainian forces, were struck in Odesa port. It further said a Ukrainian patrol boat was neutralised in Ochakiv, Mykolaiv region.